Hi everybody, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel, and today I want to do a video that I've been seeing going around a lot on BookTube that I have personally been enjoying watching quite a bit, and that is if you like this, you'll like this. I had so many different ideas for this video that it took me a little bit to put everything together to make sure I got everything that I wanted to mention, but now I think I have a pretty good set ready to go and recommendations for you guys, so let's jump right on into the video. The first set that we have is if you liked The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins, I think you will also enjoy The Long Walk by Stephen King, writing as Richard Bachman. These are both dystopian novels set way in the future that focus on a competition to the death. The Hunger Games, a bunch of teenagers are entered into a pool every single year called the Hunger Games, in which a boy and a girl are chosen to from each district in their world, their community, to fight to the death, basically, so that they can have food for their families. And in this, likewise, there's a group of 99 boys. I forget what age, but I think they have to be under 18. I might be wrong about that. It's been a while since I read this. But they go on a walk where they have to maintain a speed of 3 miles per hour minimum. They get 3 warnings if they drop below that speed, and after the 3rd warning, they get shot. And the winner is the last one standing, the grand prize being whatever they want. The difference between the two of these is in The Long Walk, the boys are volunteers, and in the Hunger Games, while certain districts do train for this and want to do it, they're chosen from a pool. But it's a very similar concept, executed differently, and I think you would enjoy these two. Okay, next up, if you enjoyed The Fault in Our Stars by John Green, I think you would also enjoy A Walk to Remember by Nicholas Sparks. These are both young adult contemporary novels that focus on tragedy. In The Fault in Our Stars, it follows a group of teens in a cancer support group helping each other through their individual crisis, mainly the main character Hazel and her friendship with another boy in the group, Augustus, who gives her meaning to life again. And likewise, in A Walk to Remember, it follows a boy and a girl named Jamie and Landon. And Landon does not have cancer, but Jamie does. They have known each other their entire lives, but he is thrown together with her through circumstances, and she really begins to show him what life is all about, and shows him that he cannot hold back on his life. And both of these are really, really great, sweet, sad stories. Tearjerkers. You will enjoy these, I promise. Books for the ages. Okay, for the next set, I have If You Like Dark Places by Gillian Flynn. You will probably also like Public Secrets by Nora Roberts. These are a little bit more of a stretch than the other ones on my list, but they are similar. In Dark Places, we follow Libby, whose family was slaughtered when she was a child. She was the only survivor, and as an adult, she is trying to piece together everything that happened to try to find out what really happened on that night, put her own mind at ease. And in Public Secrets, the similarity is the main character, Emma, is taken away as a child from her abusive mother, and her father is this well-known rock star, and she is given a much better life. However, when she is 8 years old, her baby brother is kidnapped and murdered. It's gone wrong. And as an adult, she keeps having flashbacks to that night and realizes that she knows more than she thought she did, so she's trying to piece together what happened so that she can really forgive herself and have peace of mind. Both of these are about acceptance, moving on, and getting to the bottom of family tragedies. All right, next up, if you liked The Woman in the Window by A.J. Finn, you will probably also like Watching You by Lisa Jewell. Both of these focus primarily on neighbors watching neighbors through windows. In The Woman in the Window, we follow an agoraphoric woman who watches her neighbors while under the influence of wine and painkillers, and sees a murder through a window, and nobody believes her due to her circumstances. In Watching You, we follow several different characters, but it all comes back basically to the same basic premise, and that is everybody in the neighborhood is being watched by somebody else in the neighborhood. Photographs are being taken of them, and it leads to a tragic murder. That's all I'm going to say about it. There will be a review coming soon for this book, but these two were both highly enjoyable, interesting concepts while different executions. Very, very wonderful. I think that if you liked one, you will definitely like the other. Next up, if you liked The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins, you will probably also like The Wife Between Us by Greer, Hendricks, and Sarah Pekkanen. These both follow the story of a scorned wife trying to prove to the world that she is not crazy, not being taken seriously. In The Girl on the Train, our main character has been divorced. She is an alcoholic, and she rides this train all day long just to have something to do. And on her train journeys, she starts focusing on this house and the people that live inside of it. And in this one, it's similar because it's based on a woman whose marriage has recently ended, and she is unstable as well. And she becomes focused on her ex-husband's new fiance. So in both of these stories, an ex-wife who is greatly spiraling out of control has become fixated on something, and an unhealthy obsession forms. In both cases, the women are not taken seriously based on their individual vices. In both stories, we are led to believe as the audience that one thing is happening, but actual opposite is completely true. Both of these have immense twists and turns, plot twists galore, very, very intricate endings, very, very good messages, in my opinion, if you read it through to the end. And out of everything on the list, I think these two might be the closest. I really, really highly recommend both of these books. I don't think you will regret reading them. They are absolutely incredible. Okay, next up, if you liked The Family Upstairs by Lisa Jewell, you will probably also like Flowers in the Attic by V.C. Andrews. I talked about this a little bit in the review for The Family Upstairs, but in this story we follow a girl who has inherited this house on her 25th birthday, and she finds out that her birth family committed suicide when she was an infant, and she has been left the house in a trust. Upon taking ownership of the house and investigating it, she learns that the house was actually a cult, and that there were supposedly a lot of mysterious children in the house, but the police didn't find any children when they showed up to the scene. And there are locks on doors up in the attic with mattresses on the floor indicating that somebody was locked up there. And she starts to piece together everything that has happened. In The Flowers in the Attic, we follow a group of children who are locked in an attic by their grandmother because she did not approve of their parents' marriage. It's supposed to just be for a few weeks, and it ends up being years. And she is extremely abusive, keeps them up there, and they are forced to create a strong bond to keep from going crazy because they know that nobody's going to get them out, even their mother. Very, very sad stories, similar premises. And I also want to throw out as a spin-off to this, you would probably also like The Death of Mrs. Westaway by Ruth Ware. Both of these stories follow inheritance. And like I said, in this one, the main character inherits a house on her 25th birthday that has been abandoned since she was an infant. In this, a girl gets a letter in the mail that she has inherited a manor house from her grandmother, who she believed was already dead. And when she gets there, she uncovers a mystery of what has happened in this house in the past, very similar to this one. Both great stories, both 5-star reads. I highly recommend them, and check these out if you haven't already. Alright, and that is all that I have for you guys today. If you like this video, please make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. I have all of my handles to my social media down in the description, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!